Hello there. Welcome to Anybody Can Code C++ series. So if you're new to this series, you can click on the card that's above to check out our previous videos. Hi guys, welcome back to the ABC series of C++ from Facebook. So in the last video, you had seen how to take in all the inputs and outputs, but we also had a confusion like what happened in case of when we try to store a in the integer type of variable. Okay, it is to print 65 in the output screen. So I told you it is something related to typecasting or type conversion, right? So that is what we are going to see in this particular video, guys. So in this video, we'll be seeing two things. Basically, the first one, how there is a conversion happening implicitly, which means by the computer, and how we can explicitly do some conversion or how to convert certain data types to a certain data type. Okay, so that will be the first one. And the way can we use all these things? Okay, so these will be the two things what we'll be seeing in this particular video. So the first one, the implicit conversion, right? So I'll just write some codes over here to tell you what implicit conversion is. So I'll take one integer type of, or let's say I'll take a floating type of data type. I'll take it as x, okay, and I'll be storing a value, let's say 5.784. Okay, so I'll be storing a value 5.784 over here, and I'll just try to print that particular value. Okay, so according to the data type, it is supposed to print me the value. So I'll be getting the value of 5.784 on the screen. Okay, now let's say I will not, take a floating data type while I'm printing. I can just write this particular statement over here. So in parentheses, I'll write integer or int in front of x. Okay, and I'll try to run this particular code. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, now you can see that only the integer part of the entire decimal number is being printed. Okay, now no matter how big the precision is, let's say you go on doing this. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So you go on doing this, and if you still try to run this particular code, okay, the only integer part will be taken from x and it will be printed across over here on the screen. Right, so that is called as typecasting, guys, type conversion or typecasting. Okay, this is called as explicit typecasting or type conversion. Okay, so where we are converting floating point value into integer point value, and we're trying to print it across. Right, so how do you do this in printf statements now? So let me just take a printf statement just to tell you what the difference is. What is the format specifier for float? It is percentage %f, correct? So after this, I'll have to give comma x. I'll have to tell the compiler which x I'm printing, right? So I'll try to print x over here. Okay, now it will not work. Why will it not work? Okay, it has worked over here. Yeah, it's working over here. We have taken the header file, right? So it works over here. So let's say I want to convert this into integer. Okay, I want to convert this into integer. So what I'll do is I'll just change the format specifier over here. So from floating point value, I'll just convert it to integer type of data. That is, I've changed the format specifier. Now let's check what is the value that is being printed. So I can see I have a lot of ambiguities in the data, right? So I've got 1563, something of that sort. So what they're trying to tell is we cannot convert a floating point value to integer value, right? So that's what I was trying to tell you guys. So if you want to convert explicitly, okay, you'll have to typecast it first, and then you'll have to try to print. Okay, so how do you typecast it first? So let me just typecast it first. So integer y is equal to x. Okay, so now what I'm trying to do over here is whatever value I had stored in x, okay, and I'm storing it in y, and y is an integer type of data variable, right? So what happens is only the integer part from x will be stored in y. Okay, now if I try to print y, let's see what happens over here. So I'm running the code, and yeah, so you can see now there are no warnings, there are no errors, which means it works fine. So we have converted explicitly a floating point value into a integer type of value. Okay, so this is just one small example what I've given you guys. So you can do a lot of things over here. So let's say you want to convert a value which is in integer format. Okay, so let's say x is equal to 20, and while printing, you want to print it in let's say octal format. Okay, so let's say percentage o. So if you remember the previous video, the percentage specifier, the format specifier for octal was percentage o, right? So here I'll write x, okay, and semicolon. Now I'll just write the header file just in case it is required. Okay, because I'm using printf over here, right? So printf is written, and I'll try to run this particular code. Let's see what the number pops up. So you can see 24. So if you go over the internet, or if you know how to convert a decimal value to an octal value, so if you try to convert a 20 to an octal value of 20, you'll be getting the value as 24. Okay, now let's say I want to convert it to a hexadecimal value. Right, so let's say I want to convert hexadecimal value of 20, and let's see what the value pops up. So the hexadecimal value of 20 is 14, right? So this is the differences, guys. So I believe you know what the hexadecimal value of 10 is. Okay, so if you do not know, let's check what the hexadecimal value of 10 is. Okay, it is showing a. So hexadecimal value of 10 when it comes to conversion, it is A, right? So then you have B, C, D, E, F till 15. So this is the explicit type conversion, guys. Now we're moving back to the question what we had seen in the previous video, right? So I had written int x, okay, equal to, I had taken a capital A, and I just tried to print that particular what is that value, right? So x, I try to print x over here. So when I run this particular code on the output screen, what I will be having is a 65, right? So what's happening over here is when I try to convert this particular character into an integer. Okay, so if you know every character or every symbol, okay, or every alphabet in English language or any particular language, they will be having their own ASCII values or Unicode values. Okay, so when you try to convert them into an integer value, okay, they'll be automatically converted into their ASCII values. Okay, so capital A value is 65, so that is why I'll be getting a 65. Okay, so let's try to do it in the other way. So I'll just take it as a character itself, and while printing it, I'll do a typecasting. Okay, how do I do a typecasting? I'll just put it in parenthesis called as integer. I'm telling that I want x, but I want x in the integer format. So let's see what happens now over here. So again, it is giving me a 65. So if this is 65, let's see what capital Z is. Okay, run. So over here, capital G, I'm getting the value as 90. Okay, let's see what small a gives us. So small a, we are having the ASCII value as 97, right? So if you want to know the ASCII values of anything, let's say even a space, right? So space is also a character, right? So if you remember, I told you in the last video that space is also a special character. So let's see what is the ASCII value of space. So ASCII value of space is 32. So just to confirm this, if space is 32, let's do an experiment over here. So int is equal to, I'll take it as 32. Okay, and I'll try to print x over here. I'll try to print 32, but I don't want integer. I want the character. Okay, so let's just run this particular code. Let's see what happens. And yeah, you can see the space is printed, but space obviously it cannot be seen, right? So let's just do one more small change over here. I'll just write is printed. Okay, so if everything works fine, there should be a space before is, and then is printed should be given out on the screen, right? So let's check what happens. Yeah, so you can see there is a space over here before is, and that is basically the ASCII value 32 converted into character and then being printed, right? So this is the basic type conversion, guys. So this type conversion can be used in a lot of places when it comes to huge coding programs, or indirectly checking the ASCII value of a symbol or a character and that sorts, right? So here what we'll do is we'll just try to print something. Okay, let's say okay, I want to calculate something. Okay, so 32. Okay, I want to calculate x plus x. Okay, so let's see what the value will be. So x plus x, so it should be 32 plus 32, and the value should be 64. It is printing a 64. So this is going to be explained in the next video, guys. So there are a lot of things when it comes to operators. We have division, we have bitwise operators, we have and operator, or operator, like a lot of other things, right? So let's say I give x is equal to 0, and then I take one more variable called as y, and I take it as 0. Okay, so I try to print over here x and y. Okay, x and y. So I'll just try to run this command or snippet over here. So it's giving me a 0, correct? So let's say I give x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1. I try to print it now. So x and y, it's giving me a 1. Okay, so this is a operator, a logical operator. So all these things will be explained in the next video, guys. So for this video, I hope you've understood what type conversion is, or type casting is, what is the implicit type conversion, what is the explicit type conversion, and how we can use it in a lot of ways when it comes to C++. So till then,
Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe and do click on the bell icon so that you get notified when the further videos are released. And also check out our Instagram page and WhatsApp broadcast services. The links are in the description below.